went to Nets Bucks last night, right? And I have a couple of takeaways from, this game, because it was a great game, great primetime game on TMT, comes down to the wire. You got great moments all around. You got Giannis hitting game tying threes. You got KD hitting clutch shots, big down the stretch of the fourth quarter. You got moments where Kyrie definitely, steals the show and is hitting some big shots. It was overall just a great game, a great experience. I wouldn't have changed a thing about it. We even the part where we ended up getting home at fucking 4:00 in the morning because we ended up missing 2 trains. It was just a whole issue, man. Like, listen, I'm not. I live in New York, but I don't live in New York City. So, I know how to use the subway system and how to get around when I'm down in the city. I got family down there and shit. But, like, it wasn't even the subway system that got us, bro. It was the Metro North, bro. It was the Metro North. That's the Metro North. It's a train that connects the city, the rest of New York, or whatever. But, like, niggas, how the fuck I'm on the platform and the shit's not gonna tell me what track the train is on? So a train just pulls up and we're like, is that our train? Because like it's time. Like the train is supposed to come at 11:58. It's 11:58. The train is here. But like, usually there's like a sign, on the train telling you where it's going. There's no sign on the train. So we just like, is that our train? We stare at it, and then like after a while, like it clicks. We like, bro, that's our fucking train, and we book it. We get up to the other platform, and the minute we get there, that shit is pulling off. Niggas just like, wow. But that's besides the point. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Nets Bucks. So I have a couple of takeaways from this game. Let's see. First and foremost, Steve Nash is an awful coach. I've already had that conclusion in my head. A while ago, I recorded a video the other day. Talking about the Nets. So I had the same conclusion that just Steve Nash is just not that. He's not a good coach, man. Like I think he's probably a cool dude. He's probably, a nice father, whatever the fuck. But the nigga is not really good at coaching basketball. So when Kyrie was on Instagram Live talking about we don't need a coach, I think more importantly he was saying we don't need a coach if he ain't gonna coach. So we might as well not even have a coach. And I agree with that because this nigga ain't doing nothing to help nobody. Like I don't see a guy I don't see him out there making any real changes on the offense or the defensive end. I just see him running the game plan of let's run KD and Kyrie 42 minutes and let's just hope that the rest works itself out. Let's swap these other guys out. Let's try to survive when they're not on the court. But like we're not really going to try to make any real push. When our major guys aren't on the floor, in the show today, like they had good contributions, off the bench, Bruce Brown, Seth Curry had a good game, Kessler Edwards, he came in and hit a couple shots, like there was Nick Claxton, he had a good game, like there were some good performances off the bench, so the fact that KD and Kyrie did not have to come out here and dominate was really just, super beneficiary, right? But in times down the stretch, when you have these performances from other guys, right? You have Bruce Brown who has 23 points. Seth Curry has 16 points. He's hitting clutch threes. Like there were points in the fourth quarter where I thought the game was slipping from them. I thought they were gonna run the gas and they were gonna lose. And you get a big shot by Bruce Brown, or you get a big steal by Bruce Brown, or you get a corner three by Seth Curry, and that shit keeps you in the game. That shit keeps you afloat until your superstars come in and they can take you home. But I just thought about it right now while I was editing. This nigga Chris Middleton also did some real dickhead shit trying to fucking take my man Bruce Brown out the air like that. Like, he clearly sees my man Bruce Brown out here going for fucking MVP of the league, and this nigga's gonna sit up here and try to knock him out the air on some Grayson Allen shit. Like something's not right about the Bucks, bro. Like Chris Middleton knocking this nigga Bruce Brown out the air, Grayson Allen knocking this nigga Caruso out the air, this nigga Wesley Matthews trying to take my man KD foot out, like Giannis her and Kyrie last year. Like it's something not right about these Bucks, bro. But fuck Milwaukee, man. The Nets should have won that game. Fuck the refs too, man. Fuck, son. Down the stretch of the game, all Steve Nash's game plan is, yo, KD, we're gonna ISO you every single time, and bro, trust me, I get it. When you have Kevin Durant, you're not really gonna try to switch things up really outside of getting him the ball in his spots. But when you're playing with a good defensive team like the Bucks, you don't want to give them just one sole person to hone in on. They will shut that shit down. You should have saw that shit last year in the playoffs. When all they had to do was focus on Kevin Durant, once they realized that James Harden was a non-factor, that was what their defense was, and that's what allowed them to win the game every single time down the stretch. because they know down the stretch you guys are going to force feed Kevin Durant. KD's getting it, KD in the post, KD up top, KD on the wing, KD's getting the ball in some capacity. All I gotta do is throw a double, and then KD's gonna have to throw a ball to a guy across the court, and they have the length, they have the reach to get to those loose balls. And so essentially you're playing right into their hands. So down the stretch of the game, Kyrie's been your leading scorer for majority of the game. Why is Kyrie not getting touches anymore? Why is Kyrie not, he's not going ISO. He's not, I believe he made like 4 or 5 threes last night. Why is he not getting the ball at all? He's playing off the ball. That's not what Kyrie is. We waited all season for Kyrie to come back. We waited all season for finally to be able to have Kyrie at home games. Just for you to come out here and not let him be Kyrie down the stretch. If we're being completely honest with you, I honestly feel like that. Let me not even say that. I might have to think about this a little more, but I'm just saying in the heat of the moment for how I'm feeling. I feel like Kyrie might honestly be a better clutch player than Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to hitting the shots down the stretch, like over the long scheme, Kevin Durant is definitely a better player, better scorer than Kyrie Irving. But I just feel like down the stretch, Kyrie's got that extra, ability, because yes, KD is unguardable. You're not going to contest his shot in any regard. But you know what I'm saying? The thing is that he can he's kind of like stagnant when what he does. You know what I'm saying? He'll do a crossover, but he's trying to just get to a spot so he can shoot. With Kyrie, you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? She could be trying to get to a pull-up. He could be trying to get to the rim. He could be trying to get to a step back. His bag is just a little bit deeper than Kyrie. I was talking to my friends, years ago, and I was saying that Kyrie is just like 6'4" Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could do everything that Kevin Durant could do. He's just not, 7 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of the fact, that's one of my first takeaways. Steve Nash's inability to keep it from being Kevin Durant only for the whole game, for the whole fourth quarter and overtime. Number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in the NBA. Bar none. There's not really any reason to discuss it. I really had the feeling, coming into the season that, he had the championship pressure off him. So all he had to do now was just come out here and hoop. The rest of the shit was gravy. You know what I'm saying? So you put him in a position where he has, just a whole regular season for him to just do what he's been doing. And he's silently just been the MVP of the entire league, and nobody's talking about it because he doesn't have the narrative to back it up. Two out of the 3 of his main players aren't, injured on their team. Chris and Drew have been there for majority of the season. They've had a couple injuries, but nothing really crazy. They haven't had, a superstar young player, holding out because he made some comments in the book. So basically Giannis gets penalized for, having a clean record and not having, shit falling to pieces around him. For the fact that the Bucks are boring and basically Giannis is boring outside of when he's on the court. They don't give him the attention and the love of being an MVP candidate, of being, defensive player of the year. Like, yeah, he'll be in the ladders, of course, because you can't look at the numbers and be like, yeah, this guy's definitely not a defensive player of the year or MVP candidate. No, you can't do that. But you guys won't give him the narrative push that leads him to the MVP, because watching the game, that dude is the fucking MVP of the league. He's the MVP of the league. There's no stopping him. You cannot guard that nigga, bro. You cannot guard that man, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He can score whenever he wants, and whenever he doesn't score, it's a foul. How do you guard that? How do you guard when you can't touch a nigga? How do you guard when a nigga can run into your chest and you in the wrong? How do you guard that? You let me know. You let me know the game, because I don't even know at this point if the wall is gonna work. Because if you got a wall, right, and you got a nigga just trying to bust through, just saying fuck it, bro. You got this wall, we just gonna keep throwing cannonballs at it, and boom, and boom, and boom, and them cannonballs eventually, bro. That wall is gonna crack, bro. Because listen, in this scenario, that wall is people, and these people are human, bro. So Giannis is out there just enforcing shit, being super dominant, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like tonight, from what I've seen, you know what I'm saying, firsthand, it's not my first Giannis game. I went to a game last year when they played against the Sixers on TNT and blew them the hell out. And listen, it just confirmed what I believe coming into the season, confirmed, you know what I'm saying, what I believed a couple weeks ago when I was talking about who was the MVP of the league. And you know what I'm saying, it definitely has to be Giannis. If it's not Giannis, then I don't know what really the discussion, if it's not narrative, you don't have anything really that's gonna beat Giannis's ability to win and Giannis's ability to lead this Bucks team and Giannis's ability to, honestly, I feel like we could be really going into a new Giannis led generation where Giannis is going to become like that LeBron James guy who's always going to be in the finals, always going to be in the conference finals. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the ringleader of an era. You know what I'm saying? And it's been really crazy to watch it over the last couple of years because like Giannis is beating KD in the Nets five times in a row. You know what I'm saying? So I believe it was the 3 games in the playoffs last year, and then it was the first game of the season this year, and then it was this game tonight. So that's 5 games in a row. And listen, they've all been close games, they've all been dog 'em out games, but some way, somehow down the stretch, you know what I'm saying, the Bucks have been able to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have plenty of reasons, plenty of excuses, but at the end of the day, that's all they're gonna be, are reasons and excuses for why you guys, you know what I'm saying, why the Nets continuously fail. And I'll tell you, and that actually will lead me into my third thing. The third thing that I noticed today is that I don't think that the Nets are a championship team. You know, I don't think that the Nets are a team that really is going to contend, you know what I'm saying, to be a finals team. The thing is that they definitely do have their floor and their ceiling is so fucking disparaging that it's kind of scary, you know what I'm saying, as a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like at their floor, you're like, yeah, listen, this team could definitely fucking lose in the playing round. If we're being completely honest, like they're not a lock to beat. You know what I'm saying? They're not even a lock to. I believe they're a lock to not fall out the play-in. But you know what I'm saying? They could potentially be a 10 seed. They're gonna have to win 2 games. And do you really believe that there's a possibility that they lose 1 out of 2 games? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But at the exact same time, if this team ever finds a way, you know what I'm saying, overnight just for it to click and make it work, they can go and they could win a title. You know what I'm saying? So it's real, you know what I'm saying, opposite ended, it's different sides of the spectrum. And you know what I'm saying, it's really just like, I feel like when you have a gap that's that wide, and I think I've been feeling this about other teams around the league, when you have a gap that is, yo, listen, we could potentially not even make the playoffs, or we could potentially win the finals, that's just like a real indication that you're not quite yet in that, you know what I'm saying, contender phase just yet. You know what I'm saying? You're on your way, you know what I'm saying? You maybe just like you're a couple of pieces away, but you know what I'm saying? You guys will need everything perfect. If you need everything perfect to work out for you to win a championship, then I don't want to say that you're necessarily a contending team, and I don't think that's the Nets this year. Listen, I'm excited about their future going forward. You know what I'm saying? They got KD locked in for the next, I think, 4 or 5 years. They're about to re-sign Kyrie. Ben Simmons is supposed to come back and be a basketball player at some point. So listen, the future is bright. You re-sign Bruce Brown, you keep Clax, keep Seth Curry. Listen, you could let Drum go. You could keep Drum. I feel like Drum would be a good addition, but listen, it really doesn't matter to me. I feel like what he can do can be, you know what I'm saying, replaced. And yeah, listen, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? And just in conclusion, it's really just like the Bucks really did just kind of like show me that the Eastern Conference is gonna run through them. It's not good. It's no all this talk about Philly, all this talk about Miami. It's the Bucks. So they're defending champs for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they had some luck paying out for them last year that allowed them to win that championship. But listen, they all need luck to win championships. So we're not going to sit up here and act like the Bucks are the first one to get a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Having Tim Duncan out in the last minutes of the finals so Chris Bosh can get a rebound over Manu Ginobili and kicking out to Ray Allen seems a little lucky to me. That seems a little tad fortunate. You know what I'm saying? Or even Roy Hibbert, you know what I'm saying, being out the game in the last possession. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, LeBron catches the ball and turns the corner, and Paul George just, you know what I'm saying, there's no rim protection. So you know what I'm saying, that's also kind of lucky to me. But you know, we all get a little bit of luck. So Kevin Durant's foot being on the line is the luck for the Bucks, but they are the championships and they're going to run the Eastern Conference. And listen, I'm excited to see how it plans on the playoffs. But you know what I'm saying? That's all I really got for today's video, y'all. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, all that good YouTube shit, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.